Yeah, I think the key thing that, and I mean, I think CrossFit's done phenomenal things for weightlifting. Like the participation in weightlifting is through the roof because of CrossFit. So, but it also comes with its flaws. And part of that is a lot of people learn through CrossFit now in a 1 hour class. And they try and fit so much into that class, which I mean, hats off to them to start with, because that stuff looks hard. Um, but they don't, they look at the lifts, but they don't look at the assistance work that goes with it. Um, and things like pulls are essential to getting better at weightlifting. Like one of the biggest technical errors that I see as a coach is people not getting a hip drive. And you need a hip drive in weightlifting. People try and just use their arms. Like there's a reason weightlifters have big bums, and that's because that is where all of the power is generated from to get the bar overhead. So I think that's definitely part of it. Is the technical is like getting that hip drive, and therefore not doing enough pulls to practice that. Is generally what you see. As we said earlier, start position is key. A lot of people with an incorrect start position, they're back in their heels and then they wonder why they can't generate any power out of it. And yeah, I think, like you said, programming, people think if they just keep going to max, then they'll get better. But all you do is get good at hitting that one number. You might gain like half a kilo or a kilo gradually over time. But if you want to make significant progress on your lifts, you've got to put the reps in the bank. Like it's the reps that make you strong, not just attempting 1 rep maxes and missing 1 rep maxes. Like missed lifts don't make you strong. Good lifts make you strong. And that's one thing I say to my clients. I'm like, if you're warming up and it doesn't feel great, I'd rather you stay on a lighter weight and hit successful reps than going heavy and missing all your reps. Don't get me wrong, you'll miss reps in training. If you're not missing reps as you're like getting towards the end of a program and you're being pushed, then the program's probably not pushing you enough. And it's having that balance. Like you don't want to be training so you're so far within your comfort zone that you can just hit the reps all day, every day. Like it's got to challenge you, but within like the right sort of region. Because people go, oh yeah, I went in the gym and did some technical work. And I'm like, oh, what do you do? They're like, just the empty bar. I'm like, anyone can move the empty bar how you want to move it. Like if you want to make technical improvements, you've got to be working around that 70, 75% for reps, sort of minimum 70%. And I don't think enough people work within that 75 to 85% range, because that's where you get both the strength and the technical improvements. Because if the weight isn't challenging enough, and like we said earlier about if it's too light, if it moves away from your center of gravity, you've probably got a strong enough upper body to be able to wrestle it back into place. Whereas if you're working at that right percentage, that 75, 80%, it's going to take you to school if it's not in the right place. And you're going to get that feedback of just missing the lift because technically it wasn't right. So I think that's definitely part of it, is making sure your program is pushing you like technically enough, and working on those areas of weakness within those right percentage ranges.